Joining me now is Marine Corps veteran Chad Robichaux. Chad, Secretary Austin has just said that America will respond to the drone attacks when, where, and how we choose. What would you say are our options?
Well, I mean, look, we have a commander-in-chief in the White House that doesn't even know it's Thursday, and a Secretary of Defense he's completely absent while the world's burning down. Our troops are being killed, and he cares more about policies on equity and diversity over combat readiness, safety for our troops, and national security. We have to make a strong statement against Iran. This is not a proxy war that we're expecting retaliatory. The war has already come. They are attacking our troops, not once, 151 times.
Yeah, but what should we do? What should we do? You recommend strong action against Iran. Spell it out. What do you want?
We have to attack the source of where these drones are coming from. A drone plant, something in Iran to make a statement. But I'll say, Bernie, we already had a solution. 1979, we sanctioned them as a terrorist state. They lifted these sanctions. When I say they, Barack Obama and Biden lifted these sanctions during the Obama presidency. President Trump doubled down on them in 2017, stopped their nuclear program in 2018, and President Biden gave a sanctions waiver in 2020, giving them billions of dollars, letting them chant death to America, developing the nuclear programming, attacking our troops 151 times since his presidency, funding Hamas's attacks. And by the way, that sanctioning allowed for 1 million barrels of oil to be moved through Afghanistan after we abandoned Afghanistan. And enough is enough. I believe we need military force, but I also believe we need to be, our White House needs to be imposing these sanctions immediately, and the way that every president and every administration has since 1979.
Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin just gave an update on why he kept his cancer treatment secret. Watch this. Roll tape.
I want to be crystal clear. We did not handle this right, and I did not handle this right. I should have told the president about my cancer diagnosis. I should have also told my team and the American public. And I take full responsibility. And we've already put in place some new procedures to make sure that any lapses in notification don't happen. In the future, if the Deputy Secretary needs to temporarily assume the duties of my office.
All right, Chad, he apologized. Are you content with his apology?
Resign. Apology. There's no apology that could be accommodation for this to the American people. Our national defense is at stake. Our troop welfare and the lives of our troops are at stake. He is incompetent to do this job. He has been since day one. Even you have the CIA director, William Burns, says that he attributes this conflict in Iran based on this administration and development of the nuclear program. Biden's CENTCOM commander, General McKenzie, blames the attacks on our U.S. troops on our policy in the Middle East. Secretary Austin has no place in that role right now. He never has, in my opinion, but certainly now he needs to resign.
You think he should resign? We'll leave it right there. Chad, thanks a lot for coming in. We appreciate it, always. Thank you, sir.